كل هالعالم في دار تختصر عالم، وقال بوصفها العالم دبي كوكب آخر، دبي كوكب آخر. على كثر المدى والضي في حضرة حسنها الساحر، لكم يا ضيوف دار الحي سلاما يشرح الخاطر. على كثر المدى والضي في حضرة حسنها الساحر، لكم يا ضيوف دار الحي سلاما يشرح الخاطر. هلا يا كل هالعالم في دار تختصر عالم، وقال بوصفها العالم دبي كوكب آخر. وهلك نوبك تتفيا وخليني يتضيع، لأنها كانت الدنيا عشق ما له آخر.
Sous le ciel de Paris marchent des amoureux. Leur bonheur se construit sur un air fait pour eux. Sous le pont de Bercy, un philosophe assis, de musiciens, quelques badauds, puis des gens parmi
أنا اسمي رالف هومر. أنا أصلي من مالطا. صار لي في البلد 47 سنة. I'm 47 years old. السنة الجاية I'll be 48. People are asking me how do you speak Arabic? صار لي on all my life so I will speak Arabic. فبلشت من لما كان عمري 13 ونص. I knew that the school is not suited to me, and don't take it as an advice. It's not a good advice, but personally it didn't suit me. So I decided to work. وبلشنا بلشت أشتغل ككلينر في شيراتون وقتها في أبو ظبي. اشتغلت بحدود السنتين and I had a really good man who took care of me. اسمه Chef Max. He's an Austrian German guy, and he took me around. He taught me the business, how to do it from A to Z. We were working almost 16, 15, 14, 18 hours a day. It was busy and the business was really prosperous. I worked there for almost 2 years. ما خلينا مكان. He taught me everything almost. At the age of 16, I decided I want to open my own business. I said, okay. I prepared a business plan on a piece of paper. Actually, it was 2-3 pages paper. And I knocked around 30 or 40, 50 doors. I don't know how many exactly, in order to get funds, investment. And everybody is looking at me like, how old are you? The first question, مش شو اسمك? How old are you? توفقنا. Somebody said, okay, we're going to invest with you. قديش بدك؟ قلنا لهم, don't have the exact number. It's anywhere between 200 ل 250 ألف. It was a small place, 3 meter by 3 meter. And I had a concept. Chef Max was trying to help me with it, and he did actually very well. Honestly, hats off, he did all the job. سوى لي كل شيء. ساعدني فيها. المهم توفقنا وقعنا العقود and we opened the first shop. Long story short, first shop became second والثاني صار ثالث, and it expanded. It was very prosperous. Those days it was different. It was a long time ago. I'm بحكيك من 31 سنة تقريبا. بعد 3 سنين اجاني customer who used to come كل يوم. Every day بين الساعة 11 ونص و 12 he lands in the restaurant. I take his order personally. He called me, come here son. Yes sir. قال لي لمين البزنس؟ I was shy. I was like very young and I never told anybody I own this business or I operated. I said, it's for my boss, and I was very busy. اجا and he said okay. كتب لي على tissue a number and he folded and he said, can you give this to your boss? It was 12 midnight. Usually we close around 1 o'clock. I took the paper, put it in my pocket, continued working. ساعة واحدة بغير بطلع. I usually like to jog every night because in the morning it's very difficult, it's busy. And I wake up tired. So, and I saw the piece of paper and I طلعت على الرقم قلت, this is amazing. And then تحتيها كتب الاسم, landline number, the name. اتصل لي الساعة 10 الصبح. We would like to buy this business. The whole night I haven't slept. استنيت للساعة 10. I called the man. قلنا له أستاذ فلان الفلاني, this is Ralph. بعدك حابب؟ قال لي What do your boss say? قلت له يلا, we're ready to sell. Go ahead. Within a week, I sold my first business. 3 locations. I was that time 19 and a half. This is my first venture. And it took off from there. بال96 I started a consultancy. Since then until now we did 201 concerts في السعودية, في قطر, في سنغافورة, في لندن, في البحرين, في عمان, في الهند I had one project, في مصر I had one project. And it just took off from there. This is my life story ب7 دقائق 5 دقائق. اسم شركتنا لينكن القابضة, Lincoln Holding. Lincoln Holding owns and operates several companies, كلهم under the umbrella of hospitality and food and beverage. We have a division where we own and operate our own brands. أعطيك مثال مثلا. We have a brand called Lasser, example. Currently Lasser, we took it or we established it in 2018, and اليوم عندنا 10 في السعودية, 3 في قطر, 5 في مصر, 1 in London, 4 coming up, 1 في أبو ظبي, 3 في دبي. And this is one division. It's both owned and operated, and we work with our partners overseas. This is one sample brand. The other divisions, for example, احنا عندنا اللي هي الاستشارات والاستثمارات في F&B. يعني my original job in 96, it was based on investment. Somebody, a business person, entrepreneur, or a company would like to invest in the market. They come to us and we operate it, we establish it, we incubate it, we create the concept. We assist them basically from A to Z in a turnkey project. I had clients from overseas, from China, from Russia, from Singapore, from Europe. We had from North America. We had a lot of clients everywhere. And it was a journey of almost 25 years. So we've seen a lot. أكتر من 200 projects. So it helped us to build our muscles, so to speak. What differentiates us from other colleagues in the market? To be honest with you, the market is big. I love the market. It's amazing. There is a piece and a share for every individual. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Yeah, and it requires a little bit of leadership, strategy. Choosing the right people is very important. This is one of the most important aspects in any industry, but I know I'm going to talk about my industry. It is the #1 element for success, choosing the right people. But come on, after you choose the right people, you need to choose the right systems and the right leadership to lead these good people. بالنسبة لLincoln Holding, we work on, it's not perfectionism, لا. It's excellence. ما في حدا perfect. But excellence, pursuing excellence. بشو? Excellence بشو? Every product we touch, the brand, the details, the interiors, the ambience, the leadership, the people, يعني details. It says God is in the details. We literally like to believe in it. But then diversification, we're very flexible. I've done projects from Middle East, American, European, Asian, you name it. ما في country we didn't touch actually a project from it. So we have the expertise under one umbrella. So we have all sort of business models that worked in harmony under Lincoln Holding, and still we're going ahead with it. وبعدين في شغلة كثير مهمة. It's very important, and this is, I believe, it's the secret. Always, and I'm famous for it, pioneer the entry to the market. مثلا, in 2002, we opened one of a kind place. It's a fusion between Arabian and Italian in Abu Dhabi in 2002. ما كان موجود الconcept. How do you fusion Arabian, both Mediterranean and Italian? And it became so busy, so famous. Even the name, we didn't choose it to be Westerner. We wanted to associate with the market, so we called it Amasi. It's like something exotic. And it worked so well, extremely well for many years, almost 5 years before we decided to shift to Abu Dhabi that time. So pioneering the market is very, getting so creative, is never stop pursuing. And if you ask me, I'm quite relentless. بس أوضح, relentless, I'm very stubborn on the vision, but flexible on the details. It's not mirroring, يعني, you'll see me that I'm very flexible. So you add all this in one and you get a recipe for success. Creativity, pioneering, new ideas to the market, something new. For example, هلا مثلا أعطيك مثال. You see what's missing in the market. We're creating one-of-a-kind application. Hopefully, you're gonna hear about it. We can furnish a lot of details and we're almost at 90% quadrille to finish it. Within 10% we'll finish it. We're launching something new for the industry. Not only for us, for the whole F&B, the market. It's gonna benefit the society, it's gonna benefit the businesses alike, both of them. It's a pioneering concept, something never been happened. But then we keep pushing the wheel. In the pandemic, instead of retreating, I pushed force. When I said Lasser opening around 20 locations, that was during the pandemic. We were thinking, how do we push forward, not retreat? How do we go out? And in a span of 6 months, we signed 18 locations with different partners, all of them amazing partners, around Qatar, Saudi, Egypt, and now we have India, we have Kuwait, Bahrain coming up, Oman. Success brings success. We have, as I said, now we're opening almost 35 locations worldwide. And in my opinion, برأيي المتواضع, this is just the start or the spark for a much bigger scale. The world is big. Sky is the limit. And I'm the kind of person I like to push boundaries. Even my team, they tell me, مثلا أعطيك مثال, what you accomplish in this company in 3 months, people do it in 2 years sometimes. Speed. In terms of vision, honestly, for example, Lasser is going to be worldwide. We're opening everywhere in the world. North America, Europe, and this 35 locations testing grounds. So it's not the ultimate goal. It's literally testing grounds. And I'm heading to Europe next week to a negotiation with different partners, etc. If you ask me, in my opinion, we can reach the 500 location markup within 5 years. It's a possibility. What we signed those 35 locations in a span of 12 months was a testing ground to put the system in place to go worldwide on a bigger scale. With different partners, of course. We need all the help we can get. In terms of the company, all the other brands is in the same direction. We're heading out to Courchevel, we're heading to Paris, we're heading to London, we're heading to Miami. So we have a huge plans. New concepts in the making. في دبي خصوصا. Dubai is our fertile الأرض الخصبة, fertile land. And I'm actually very proud of the entrepreneurs here. في الزمانات كانت the businesses coming from Europe to here or from North America. I'm seeing influx من الإمارات لبرا. Me and my colleagues in the industry, we're opening all of us in London مع بعض. All of us. So we have huge plans. Lincoln Al-Qabida is not going to be staying under only the hospitality division and the F&B, food and beverage. We're launching, once again, investment firm. Will be specialized primarily for the hospitality industry. We're launching the app that I told you about, which we invested heavily in the last 1 year. Salnasani, we're developing it. Usually it takes 2, 3, 4 months. A whole year is so complex, but it's so simple for the consumer. Complex in the back, simple in the front. We're launching real estate. We're launching several companies at the same time. So we're keeping busy, to be honest with you.
Je
أصعب إشي في أي business, as I mentioned earlier, it's to choose the right people. And if you ask me, تسألني شو قصدك ب right people? We usually base it on two criteria. One is a character, a person with character, or talent. If you get lucky to merge or to find the right person, you take care of them with your teeth and nails. It's very important. And few good men can run thousands of operations. Our people got sent, to be honest with you. They're very honest, loyal, been with us for a really long time, some of them for 15 years, some of them 13 years, some of them 17 years, since the start almost, when we relaunched our company. And we cannot get enough of good people. That's the most important thing. Everything else is secondary. أي شيء تاني. Whether it's investment, whether it's concepts, whether it's sites, whether it's contracts, it's secondary to finding the base, the foundation. هذا هو الأساس. Emirat, it's home. It's home, and I have a lot of stories to share, good stories. I worked في Europe, في London, traveled the world. Not saying anything. They're good, not bad. بس الإمارات has something which is, I call it we, and the motto. I don't know if people know it or notice it, everybody knows, we try harder. بدون أي مبالغة. Whether it is الدعم اللي نوصله احنا كلنا من الجفرمنت or the entrepreneurs who come to the country. هلا إذا بتسألني are we perfect? Nobody is perfect. There is no system is perfect. But the good thing is when في الإمارات أنا بحكي I'm part of it. It's home. 47. I was born here. مسقط رأسي. When we see something wrong, we don't neglect it. Look at the laws. Every single day for the last 3 years, new laws are being launched to do what? To ease the pressure, to increase the investments, to invite people. It is في أحكي جهود جبارة to reach there. And I'm a testimony of it. My colleagues and مستثمرين أصدقائي testimony of this. As I said, and people usually, I had a meeting in London once, but in Dubai it's like this. I said, yeah, but we're not perfect. But look what we have achieved. Where are we now? ونقطة انطلاق من هون. The ease of doing business between, I'm having a big project in London, by the way, and I'm having 4 here. The 4 is going to finish before the first one in London. In terms of the paperwork, processes, approvals, permits, and so on and so forth. So this gives you indication. And I'm not saying anything, you'll find pros and cons, but الحلو فينا هون انه it's relentless. It doesn't stop, keeps going.
'Cause I wanna let you feel strong.
This is actually a big issue. أنا مقري في دبي وعندي مقر في لندن وعندي مقر في ميامي. This is a huge issue, by the way. أنا, to be honest with you, I don't go out at night in London after 9, 10 o'clock, and if I have to go out, I'll remove everything. And I'll just walk straight. Here, I sometimes forget to lock my business, forget the car. I received an email, one of our businesses didn't get locked by mistake. Look at the safety. Safety is one of the elements and foundation for the success of any economy in the world. Either it will encourage المستثمرين يجوا, investors, or will discourage them. I'm not talking about a personal level only. Personal is very important. We're talking about investment. And then you have to choose and be cautious when it comes to choosing sites and location because of the safety issue. So in terms of there's a story that I want to share with you and with the public as well. الحلو في الإمارات, it's not just economic progress and growth, كمان as a humanitarian. في 2012, I was reading the newspaper. Those days we had newspaper, not the internet. And I was reading the newspaper and I saw a girl needed an operation. عملية. Requesting Goodwill Samaritan to come and help. We called the mother. What's the story? She requires a very complex operation. ما بتتسوى غير في تايوان. And let's put it this way, it's gonna cost millions. That time we didn't have that much of cash flow in our custody. We said, okay, we'll help with whatever we can. What we can help with, and we tell the media, يساعدونا. وفعلا, we rolled out campaign. We reached a certain number, almost 1/3 of what was needed. تلت بس. يجينا تلفون from His Highness office, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, God bless him, and he's saying, stop the campaign. And we were shocked. We are going to sponsor this girl. I mean, can you imagine the shock that I was in? His Highness the President, he read this article and left all these affairs in order to have that humanitarian side of him jump in. And today the girl, I received a month back email. She's a teenager, it's been 10 years. He saved her life and he sponsored it. She went to Taiwan. العلاج أخذ سنتين, day in, day out, and it had very rare complications. It's in the heart and a lot of things. And that's what I love about Al-Imarat. It's a humanitarian, it is business, it is safety, it's economy, it's where you feel the belonging. You need to feel as humans the belonging. Is home. The Emirat is home. Without, God bless them, our team, we will do nothing. I told you before, God sent. بس من غير التيم, الفريق, التعب اللي حطوه, the way they work day and night, الأيام, الساعات, the sweat, getting together in good times, but more importantly in tough times. لأنه it's not all rosy. So without this support from everybody around us, and I cannot start by naming names, a lot of them, but بصراحة everybody contributed. And the credit goes توفيق من رب العالمين. But to these people who worked day and night for many, many years to where we reached, the thanks goes to them.
يا كل هالعالم في دار تختصر عالم وقال بوصفها العالم دبي كوكب آخر دبي كوكب آخر على كثر المدى والضي في حضرتها يحليها